it's really our guide. It really is. Like that voice that you have that speaks to you, your gut, you can call it your gut, your intuition, whatever, your conscience, whatever. I say that it's God speaking to me from above. I've called it intuition, gut feeling, my conscience. I've called it, all that is applicable. But for me, it's like, it's the authentic voice of the creator, of God speaking to me. When I was in the military, or excuse me, a few years ago in the military, right? A few years ago, this is when I first joined the United States Navy, and something was going on, right? I was so focused. I was just so focused on, paving my way and just building a life for my chick that I was dealing with. And, I neglected her. I just neglected her because I was so focused on what I was doing, but I knew what was coming. I just knew it, right? Long story short, I get a phone call. She's like, yeah, I can't do this no more. I'm leaving your ass. I knew it was coming, so I wasn't really hurt. I wasn't really hurt because I knew it was coming. Now, however, when I first like got her number, I was still in high school. We met at like a driver's class. We met in driving school, right? I got her number. But she had a boyfriend. So she had already had a little situation going on, but still gave me her number. Even though we were just cool, she gave me her number. So from that point on, I should have known. Like there's a specific saying that I was always taught by my uncles and my OGs. It was like, you gonna lose her how you got her. But I always tended to ignore a lot of these life lessons. As I get older, I start to realize how applicable they actually are. Now, granted, I'm not the type of motherfucker to just listen to anybody. I'm just not. Like, at that point in time, let me give you some background. At that point in time, they were in the positions that I thought I wanted to be in. And that's always been kind of who I am. If I don't, if I don't want to be where you're at in life, I'm really not going to fucking listen to you. I'm going to be kind. I'm going to say, thank you. I appreciate it. And it's going to go in one ear and out the other. Like I'm not paying you any attention because I only fill my mind with the knowledge that I actually want. And then another thing too, is like I tend to learn from every situation, whether it's how not to be or how to be. It's just something I've always done. That's not something I really had to be taught necessarily. I've just always learned. I've just always fucking learned. But back to the story, right? I take stuff from everywhere. I take knowledge and lessons and wisdom from everywhere, whether that's what not to be or whether that's how to be. But back to the story, right? So then I was dealing with some more shit when I first got in the military. Some wild shit happened, and I forget exactly how the situation went, but long story short, I was fucking fuming. This guy was just being extra, right? And for me, I was like, yo, why are you speaking to me in this manner? Why the fuck are you talking to me like that? Cause you're not a good teacher. And I told him this. I said, you're not a good teacher. One of the guys that I knew, he came because we got back to the building. He came, one of his friends came storming in, and he was like, hey, did you tell so-and-so that he's not a good teacher? I said, No, I told him a little bit more than that because I was a little bit more graphic than that. And I got up and I stepped close. I stepped closer to him because I've never been one to back down. Now, keep in mind, that was fucking stupid of me. As I look back on that ignorant motherfucker that was ignorant. I was inviting violence. I was inviting it for no reason. Like this guy you never fight fucking fire with fire. You just never do it because all you're going to get is more fire. But again, I was very hot-headed when I was younger. I was very negative when I was younger. I'm still very negative, but now I have I use systems, quotes, and processes that I have to get rid of that negativity. So it's just, now as we continue with that story, one of the guys, he was like, hey, nah, hey bro, like get out. He told the guy that was talking, like came in talking like, hey, you know, what's going, like you told him he wasn't a good teacher and blah, blah, blah. He told him to get out. And then me and the guy who told him to get out had a talk. And at the end of the day, like I share these stories with you guys to let you know that, like, don't make the same mistakes I made. It's our guide. Like that voice that you hear that's calling to you, that's your guide. Like I call it my conscience, my intuition, the authentic voice of God. Like the creator is telling me like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Don't ignore your conscience. Don't ignore your callings. Don't ignore them. And you really actually got to sit and pay attention to actually listen to them, whether that's in a relationship, whether that's in a friendship, whether that's in business, whether that's in whatever fucking aspect. Listen. Take a second, get in a dark room and just listen. And just have that conversation. Break shit down step by step. Not to say you have to be perfect, because I'm not perfect. But however, I'm going to keep learning, keep growing, and just continue to pursue what it is I'm pursuing in life. I love you guys. It's been a long fucking day, and I still got some more work to wrap up. So I'm about to get on that. I'm going to edit this video, post it for you guys. And yeah, like at the end of the day, it's against all odds. We're going to continue to persevere, continue to go for what it is we want in life, and just keep learning along the way. Again, I love you guys. Let's fucking win.